I just got finished watching the South African president and the president of the United States sit in the Oval Office and talk things through, okay? Now, the real meeting, okay, so they had two different reasons for the meeting, okay? Trump wanted to talk about the stuff that's happening that he believes is happening to the Afrikaners in South Africa, okay? And the South African president, he wanted to talk about building relations as far as business and technology and to help provide more jobs to South Africa and things of that nature, because he believes that's the root of the problem. That's what South Africa was coming to talk about, and they're coming to talking about relations. But as the meeting went on, Trump pulled out these big, thick printouts from all over the web. You could tell it was the web, okay? So anybody can write whatever, right? But it was the web and about farm attacks on Afrikaners in South Africa, right? Which is why they're fleeing. He said this is what the meeting is about. So Trump had a whole other thing in mind, right? And so then there was this big screen, like this widescreen TV in there, and they showed two groups, but I'm more familiar with Malema, right? And how what they were saying on the microphone and against the Afrikaners. But yeah, they were showcasing stuff that was backing up Trump's claim that Afrikaners were a target in South Africa, okay? And he asked the South African president, he said, why haven't you arrested Malema for saying the things that he says? This was the clapback. This was clapback moment number one. Okay. But the South African president didn't come prepared. Okay. To clap back. Okay. Because he would have clapped back. Because all he could have said was the same way you don't arrest the Triple K in your nation. It's called freedom of speech. We got freedom of speech over there too. The same way you pardoned everyone on January 6th. We ain't going to talk about that, are we? Even though they had the whole guillotine out there for somebody that ran with you called Pence, the vice president. We ain't gonna talk about that. See, that's the clapback. So as the meeting went on and everything, right? It was more the South African president trying to keep a lid on things. Because I think in the back of his mind, he knew that it could erupt if he said the wrong thing. So I think he came prepared to say what he wanted to say without it erupting. But he had other people speak, and the majority of people who spoke in there on the South African side were Afrikaners or a white South African man. Okay. Okay, so and here's point number two. Okay, when he was like, we have to get this fixed. Why aren't you fixing this? Why aren't you fixing this? Blah blah blah. This is what the administration was saying. And my thing is this: why didn't there was a lot of ways you could come at this, and I'm assuming the South African president just didn't want to, tell the complete and whole truth, because all he had to do was say, why haven't I gotten a handle on my issue? Is because the same reason why you hadn't gotten a handle on your issue in these schools with them pews. Same reason why you hadn't gotten a handle on it. Matter of fact, do you need our help? Because while you helping us, we can help you get all these pews off the street too. Here's the one thing that really got me. When one of the Afrikaners were talking, they were like, T. wrongs. Well, I know I grew up under apartheid, and but two wrongs don't make a right. And that's the thing I don't like. It's because y'all act like y'all don't have to repair nothing. You do. You do. Because the land that you actually want, most of it was stolen. So give it back. And all of the land has not been given back. That's fact one. And that's all they had to say. That's all the president had to say. But excuse me, most of that land was stolen. Mr. President. So if someone steals something from you, what you if we're gonna give it back, we got to give it back. Correct? So that's what we're doing. And some people don't want to get up off it. So that's what's going on. That's how you're supposed to talk. That's how you're supposed to talk over here. Ain't no no. No, because they're not about to laugh with you. So bottom line, how do I think the meeting went? I think the meeting was garbage. Really. Nothing was really done. I think the meeting was just for show. Um yeah. I think it was garbage and nothing really got handled because the first thing that should have been said, I believe, from the South African president's mouth is what the majority of South African people are saying, white and black, is that it's a lie. There is no G word going on in South Africa. Okay. And number two, just like in your country, we have the freedom to say what we want to say. And if Malema says what he says or whatever like that, it's just like it's the equivalent of what someone else may say in your following over here in the United States of America that you might, that might some other people might take offense to. Okay. And as far as all those newspaper clippings and stuff like that, I'd have been like, okay, well, let me show you. I'd have pointed to my homeboy on the couch that wasn't doing nothing. Start looking up all the clips real quick of all the black South Africans, okay, that have gotten taken out, okay, by the hands of, okay, that's what I would have been like. Because what you're not gonna do is hand me no internet files, put them in my freaking hand like I'm supposed to read them. Them suckers would have been landed clean on the floor. But that's why I would have got loads of ratings. If I went to the you want a showdown, baby? We about to have a showdown for show enough. But yeah, nothing happened. Nothing happened. It's gonna be the same old. But I do believe that based on this meeting, they are going to plan something for South Africa, and it's going to be for the good of those who once ruled in apartheid, if they don't watch it.